Hello! Welcome to Traveling with Diamonds. My name is Barry, and this is a WIP in chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress. Today, I'm working on this one's Cat Hugs. It's a small, round 9x9 kit. Thank you so much to my 24 subscribers. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're new, consider subscribing. And how are you? How has your week been? I just got off work for the day. I work from home on Fridays, but I worked my hours. So I'm doing this now. This is my WIP and chat, and I will chat your ear off for as long as I can. Sorry about that. I might cut that out. I was just looking at my notes and setting up my watch. So this is from Amazon, and it's Labuka, better.call Labuka, and Diamond Art Club. There's 34 colors in this tiny kit. I have Elizabeth Ward half-size style storage. The half-size ones you have to get on like Temu or something like that, which is kind of annoying. I have a drink with me, so excuse me while I drink. I'm using a Muni Made tray. This is the same tray I was using with the Trick or Treat with Cat. And I'm using an Enablers Outpost pin that's decided with a Diamond Art Club multi-placer in the tips. I got this pin from Enablers Outpost a while back. It's got Mickey Mouse glitter in it. Just decided to work with this pin. I really like this kit. My cats hug like this sometimes. I have an orange and a black cat, so I'm really excited to work on this kit, and it's around. And I finished Trick or Treat with Cat. So if you saw my month in review, you saw that kit. I had so much fun with that kit. Let's see, where are the preparations on this? Let's do... So, let's just do one little section right here. So I had a lot of fun with Trick or Treat with Cat. I really enjoyed working on it. I worked on it a ton because it was a big kit. In September, I worked on a lot of diamond painting, and I really liked the glitter ones. I like the orange and the green ones. I forget what fairy, yeah. Why can't I remember words when I'm on camera? Sometimes I can't, and I apologize for that. It'll come to me. The glitter though, the fairy, the glitter drills. I liked the orange and the green that were in that one. This one has 3 glitter drills. It has a white, an orange, and a gray. Kind of a purpley gray. So that's cool. And yeah, this kit, this Cat Hugs kit comes from Amazon, and I had ordered it on Amazon, but it never shipped. I don't know if it was oversold. I assume that's what happened, is they oversold it, and there wasn't anything to ship. So I waited and waited and waited, and then I went on the D-Stash pages to see if anybody wanted to D-Stash it, and found a D-Stash, and that's where I got this kit. So, so yeah. because I don't know if it would have ever shipped from Amazon. I think it says sold out now, or not available. And then I did find out what the draglings' names are. I was watching, what is it? I can't remember her name, but I was watching her video, and she said the dragons' names were Dewey and Dagmar. So Dewey and Dagmar are the draglings that show up in the Spangler kits. And I was excited to remember their names. So, because I have so much fun with those Spangler kits. But, Dewey and Dagmar. The Principal Painter, I was watching one of her kits, and they do a Season of Spangler, Season of Spangler event in November. And I would consider doing the Season of Spangler, but I'm having surgery in November, and I don't know how much I'll be diamond painting. Like, I may be diamond painting a whole lot because I'll be home from work for 2 weeks, or I may be not feeling like it. It all depends. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But the Principal Painter, yeah, she's the one who mentioned their names. And I was like, they do have names. Dewey and Dagmar. So it was a big kit. It's bigger than my portfolio. I store my finished, completed, diamond paintings in a portfolio that's about, it's about 40, no, what is it? 40 by 30 by 40 maybe inches. It's an A1 maybe size, and it holds most of the diamond paintings I've done so far. I think it's held everything I've done except for Trick or Treat with Cat. So I was trying to figure out how to store Trick or Treat with Cat now that it's done, and I really just rolled it up and put it back in the box. So I'm not sure let me know, how do you store your big your big finished kits? Unfinished I have kind of down. I roll them up and put them in tubes, and put them with a bag of stuff and kind of lean the bags against my chairs and stuff like that. Or when I'm home, and that's when I need to clean up, or somebody's coming, or the cleaner's coming, or something like that. I put some under my bed. I roll them up with the drills out, and I put them in cardboard tubes, and I get them out of the way. Now, if I'm just here, I have my craft table open, they lay out on my craft table in a stack, my WIPs. So, yeah. That is how I do that. But if you have any suggestions on how to store finished diamond paintings, which that was my 18th finish of all time, so I haven't finished too many diamond paintings. I've kind of had a renewed love of diamond painting here recently. I think starting this YouTube channel kind of helped that. I'm really enjoying making whip and chats, and I'm getting more comfortable with the camera each time. So I think it's just going to get better and better as I get better at filming and editing. And, so far I get a few subscribers every week. So that's great. I'm so excited to have people to make content for. But it's really renewed my interest in diamond painting and wanting to diamond paint a lot. And, yeah. So So an update on my other WIPs. Fatty Party, I'm well over halfway. I have 11 squares left on it. I have Schoolwork and Friends, which I'm also over halfway. And I have 16 squares left. And just a reminder, for me, a square is 4 inches by 4 inches, or 10 inches by 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. It takes me an hour and a half to 2 hours to do a square. And so I can estimate how much time I have left on each project. And it's just an estimate. I don't keep track of how much time I spend on projects. I just estimate it based on the number of squares and about how long it takes me to do a square. So, and then Crafter's Den, I have the Summer Mystery, and I've done kind of a half row, because I had to, it has a black cover on it. So I had to section off the cover, not just the drill field, because I didn't want to see, it's a mystery, so I didn't want to see the mystery, although I have looked at the pictures online and spoiled it for myself. But that's just what I do. But anyway, so I kitted it up. I kitted it up with sectioning it off the black cover. So some of the sections are half sections basically. So I've done a half column, a half row. I have it turned sideways, so it's a row for me, but it's really a half column, and the whole column all the way down. And then I've done 2.5 sections. So I have 35-ish sections left on that one, and it's a lot of yellow, and I rather diamond paint blues and greens and stuff than yellows, but I'm still enjoying it. There's bees, and I like bees. Oh, that was probably a spoiler. Sorry if I spoiled that for you and you were looking at and you haven't gotten to that point. I'm so sorry. I should have warned of spoilers. Feel bad about that now. Maybe I'll cut it out. But it's a fun kit. And then I still have the Space Paint Gem set. I have 3 left of those. And then, let's see. So those are my WIPs. I still have a WIP wheel. I'm still trying to figure out how to weight, how I want each of the kits weighted. I think I want Batty Party weighted the most. I think I want Schoolwork and Friends and the Mystery weighted the same, and the Space weighted little. And then this guy weighted, I guess, like Schoolwork and Friends and the Mystery. This little guy, because it'll only take, like, what, he has 4 sections. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. So it'll only take, you know, a few WIP wheels for him to come around. For him to be done. Only a few times around for that. And then I have already been defeated on my no-buy October. I'm still gonna try to do a no-buy October starting now, but I bought 2 kits. So it's just, it's habit at this point that I wasn't thinking about my no-buy. I bought a Mandalorian kit from Amazon, and I bought the Autumn Mystery because they announced who the artist is from the Crafter's Den. And I've always wanted to do one of her kits. So I bought the Autumn Mystery from Jaded Gem Shop. So now we'll do a no-buy October. Because we really got to stop spending money. We're about to pay for a very expensive surgery. And we need to pay back the loans on that as quickly as possible. So we'll work on that. I need a cover minder. I don't think I have one close by. Because the cover is not staying bent over. A lot of times these perforated covers will stay bent over. And you don't need a cover minder. So I didn't grab one. So the Mandalorian kit should arrive tomorrow. There's another kit that I've been trying to buy from Amazon. It's the Grogu kit from the Little Diamonds. And they've sent me Tiana twice. It's mislabeled. Tiana's labeled as Grogu. And they've sent it to me twice and gave me a free Tiana kit both times. So I sent the Tiana kit to somebody on the Discord. For just shipping cost. Sit the second one, because I don't need more than one Tiana kits, but I'll take one Tiana kit. I like Tiana. But I do want the Grogu kit. Like, that's more that's what I wanted, was the Grogu kit. So, they were going to ship it again. And, and we'll see if I get Tiana again. But, yeah, that's been a little weird that they got those mislabeled. I don't know if Diamond Art Club sent them mislabeled. I don't know if Amazon... I kind of get the feeling Amazon labels them and mislabeled them. Because I think it's the Amazon barcode that's wrong, not the Diamond Art Club. You know, because the Diamond Art Club, the Diamond Art Club would use their barcode that's on there, probably. They probably use the barcode that's on the box. And Amazon probably puts the sticker over that, because the sticker's on the film. And the sticker says Grogu, and the box says Tiana. And it's Tiana kit. And it's cute. It's really cute, but I wish they'd get it. I tried to talk to Amazon, Amazon customer service, and I was like, you guys have got to get this labeled right to be able to, for people to get the right kit. Like, I can't be the only person this has happened to twice. Yeah, so why don't you stay down? Here. I found a cover minder. If I can get it out of its little bag I have it stuck in. Okay. Now, maybe it'll stay. Okay, just checking the frame, making sure you guys can see. I have it kind of tied in, so maybe it's too tight. I don't know. I think people want to see me diamond paint or just listen to me like a podcast. So I do it kind of tight in. Oh, you know what I forgot to set? Dang it. I forgot to set, and it's too late now, really. I forgot to set so that it doesn't zoom in and out. So I'm sorry if it's zooming in and out. I forgot to set that so it doesn't do that, and I think it would take too much for me to try to fix it now because of the way my phone sits in the holder. So, sorry about that. Hopefully it's not too distracting. So it's been a fairly normal week. There hasn't been too much excitement this week. It's been a fairly normal week for me. I think the seasons are changing. I've woken up with headaches a little bit, but the weather's been cooler, and that's been nice. I can walk at lunch again and not be burning up. And I think next week it's supposed to even be in the high 70s, so it'll be even cooler. So that's exciting. Georgia Tech beat Wake Forest, just barely. It was a nail-biter of a game last Saturday. Georgia Tech didn't really wake up until the third quarter, fourth quarter. They came back. They were down. They came back. They had some calls go their way. They went into overtime, and they got to go first in overtime, and they scored, and then Wake Forest went for 2. I guess they just wanted to end it instead of going for 1, and it was intercepted, and Georgia Tech won. So now they're 5-0. They're ranked 17th, and they have a bye week this week, so no football to watch this week. I think Alabama beat Georgia. I fell asleep during that match. It was at night. But I was glad Alabama beat Georgia, because I like Alabama better than Georgia. Georgia is Georgia Tech's in-state rival, and I live in Alabama. So but it was a nail-biter of a game. And let's see what else. I walked 1 mile or over 1 mile every single day in September. So I was able to do that walking challenge. And October, we're trying to do 30 minutes of walking every day. But the first day I did 23 minutes. So I'm already short. And I haven't done my walk today. But maybe I'll do that after this. So I'm still walking pretty frequently. And then my workouts are going well with my trainer. Trying to see. What is that symbol? Oh, maybe it's that. There we go. Sorry, trying to find a drill. I'm working out with my trainer. We're really trying to build as much muscle as we can in October, because my surgery's in November, and that'll just help me get through surgery better and recover faster and all that stuff, so it'll help me once my dad and sister leave to be able to get around by myself and do things for myself. I won't be able to lift anything over like 7 or 8 pounds. So we're kind of, for a little while, I think for 6 weeks. So I'm kind of planning on either doing a day trip for Thanksgiving to my sisters, or I think what I'm going to do is order from Honey Baked Ham or Publix and see if they'll do Thanksgiving for 1 or 2, and I can have 2 servings of it. And I think I'll order that no matter what, so that if the day of Thanksgiving I don't feel like making the drive to Atlanta, because I can't stay overnight because I can't lift a suitcase. So, but I could do a day drive to Atlanta. It's just a lot of driving that day. It's like 6 hours of driving. So we'll see. We'll see if I feel like up to that, or if I just want to stay home and eat my, eat whatever I get from Publix or Honey Baked Ham. If they have a little, like, because all I want is a little serving of turkey and some, like some sides. I'm sure one of those places will do something like that. If they do a small servings, and I can pick it up on Tuesday or Wednesday and have it in my fridge ready. And that shouldn't weigh that much, especially like if I, don't order a lot. But I really only want 1 or 2 servings. So, is it that one? 19. Yes. So I have my pre-op for my surgery on Monday. So I'm paying the bill. I'll get all my instructions, pay all the, I've read the consent forms, there's a lot of scary things that can happen, that are unlikely to happen, but can happen with surgery. So I'll get more of my pre-op and post-op instructions. I think I'll have to do some pre-op blood work. We'll go over which meds I'm taking and all that good stuff. And yeah, so that's Monday. So I'm getting ready for that. I'm nervous. I'm excited too, but I'm nervous. I think I'll just get more and more nervous as time goes on. It's 4 weeks from Wednesday is my surgery. So yeah, we'll just try to think positive and be excited about the outcome, because I know that come like this time next year it'll be wonderful, and 6 months from surgery when I'm all healed it'll be wonderful. And I know it's going to be a rough couple of months, but I'm hoping I get cleared to work out again in January, and I can go back to the classes in February hopefully, and really get back toning my body. And yeah, so it's exciting. It's exciting that there'll be kind of a new me after the surgery. But the recovery is what scares me, and the surgery itself scares me a little bit. But it's weird to do elective surgery that you're paying a lot of money for and that you want, but you don't have to have. But I'll take 2 weeks off work, and then I'll work from home for a few more weeks after that. Probably for 4 weeks after that. Then hopefully I can start traveling again in January for work. So I'll have 2 months off of traveling for work. Or traveling at all, because I won't be able to lift a suitcase. So I don't know what Christmas I might be able to lift a suitcase, but I really don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what my plans are for Christmas. My dad may come here, and that it kind of depends. I may go to my dad if I can lift a suitcase into the car. I may go with my dad. I may go to my dad's house. We're doing the Ewing family Christmas like the Saturday after Christmas, I think. So that's my Christmas, is the Ewing family Christmas with my brother and his family and my sister and her family and my dad. Like, that's my Christmas. But Christmas Day and Christmas Eve is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't mind spending it alone, because I do have my Christmas, is the celebration with them. But, sometimes me and my dad hang out over Christmas. So we'll see if he comes here, or if I go there. We'll see how all that works out. Because I have to look at the calendar. I'm not sure where Christmas falls and when that Saturday is, and if I'll need a hotel room in South Carolina or what. So we'll get that figured out. I have decided pretty much that I'm going to decorate for Christmas before my surgery. So like November 1, I'm going to decorate for Christmas that weekend. Because otherwise I won't have a chance to. And it'll stay up until I can lift the Christmas tree and stuff again. So it'll stay up for 2 months probably. So that'll be fun. I'll just have an early Christmas decorating. And I need to go get my ornaments from Hallmark. I have some series of ornaments. Those come out in October, I think. I need to look into that. I get a series of ornaments that, like I have the Mischievous Kittens ornaments, and I have 20 of them, I think. 20 years of them. And I always get the snowmen, the animated snowmen plushes that, like, sing. I have 20 of those. So if they come out with that this year, I'll get that. And I usually pick up another Disney or the cat's going crazy if you hear some extra noises. They pick up some extra, Disney, or, if there's something interesting, I'll pick up another Hallmark ornament when the Hallmark ornaments come out. And then I really probably should do my Christmas shopping early. Either or really early or really late, one or the other, or just hope that nobody orders heavy stuff or wants heavy stuff for Christmas. So we will see. It's weird. I know it's October, and why are we talking about Christmas? But in 4 weeks is my surgery, and Christmas is in less than 100 days. I know that much. So we just have to wait and see. I don't know what all the plans are. We'll see how the surgery goes, really, and then we'll figure it out. So this weekend, I am going to go see Back to the Future, the musical, on Sunday. I bought the Broadway Theater League subscription this year. So I'm going to a musical like once a month or so, or once every other month, I think, for the season. And it's Back to the Future on Sunday. I have the Sunday matinee. I have a seat in the balcony at the Von Braun Center, at the, I forget what it's called, concert hall. I have a seat in the balcony, and yeah, so the other musicals this year are like Miss Doubtfire, Water for Elephants, Sound of Music, Hadestown, something called Shucked, Shucked, and I don't know, that might be it. I'd have to go look at the list. It's the Broadway Theater League that comes, and that it's here in Huntsville. And so I can just go park at my office downtown and walk to the Von Braun Center on Sunday. And sometimes I dress up a little bit. Sometimes I don't. It kind of just depends on how I am feeling that day. As to whether I wear like normal clothes or dress up clothes. For Saturday matinee, a Sunday matinee, some people will dress up, but most people won't dress up too much, so. But I like looking nice for the theater. The cats are doing well. They're a little hyper right now, so they're running around. Wally's eating all his food, so I might need to increase the amount I feed him. He's overweight, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard to, oh gosh, I'm moving the whole canvas. It's hard to know how much is right. But he's definitely eating every ounce of food I'm giving him. So I need to look at, and he heard his name and he came sit over here. He knows I'm talking about his food. Yeah. Aren't I, Wally? So we'll have to see about that. And then let me just check something. Okay. And Eva's doing well. She's symptom free. She takes her antiviral every day. So we'll just hope she keeps being symptom free. And hope she doesn't have another flare up of the virus. But the cats are doing well. And then let's see what else is going on. Oop, I forgot a 4. I did the intensity class on Thursday night last night, and it's a 30-minute class, but it's like we did AMREPs, which is like as many as possible. In 9 minutes, you circle through 3 exercises, so many reps of each exercise, and then it's how many times you can get through the 3 exercises as many times as you can in 9 minutes. There's no rest. You built them in as you need them. And we did 3 of those. And the exercises were, we were outside for one of them, which we did like ladder runs. We flipped a tire, did farmer's carries. And then inside we did the rowing machine, burpees, and then you jump over a box. And then burpee on the other side and jump over the box. And then kettlebell swings, and those were the second 3. And then, what was it? Rope swings. What do you call those? Yeah, rope. Where you bat the ropes up and down. The big ropes. We did that, and then ball slams, and like some knee circles on the floor. So those were the 9 exercises. You do 3. You did so many reps of each one, and then you go to the next one in the 3, and then keep repeating the 3 until you were at 9 minutes, and that's an AMRAP. As many as possible. As many reps as possible. Reps as possible. Is that AMRAP? As many reps as possible. Yeah, AMRAP. So it was a hard class. I was worn out. I was worn out this morning. I was 15 minutes early to my workout session accidentally this morning. Normally I'm at 5:30 with my trainer, but today for some reason it got scheduled for 5:45, and so I was there at 5:30. But we got started a little late, a little late, but a little early, I guess, because I was supposed to be at 11:40. It's 5:45. So I felt bad about that because I was rushing him. I told him to take his time getting ready and getting whatever he needed. And it was a good workout. I'm trying to, like I said, build muscle. He was like, it's Flex Friday, you gotta take a picture of you flexing and tag Stronghold Fitness. And I was like, I'm not gonna post a picture of me flexing to any social media that I can think of. Like maybe to my family, but I'm definitely not gonna put it on Instagram or Facebook. Because I barely put pictures of myself on there anyway. But a picture of me flexing just doesn't, it's not my, I like that I can flex and show definition of my arms, but I don't really want to, like, pose, if that makes sense. And, you know, put that on social media at all, or whatever. But, I don't know, maybe I'll pose and send it to my family. For Flex Friday. But normally I take the Monday night class. I have a glare on this canvas. I can't see the 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. I thought I saw 4 somewhere. Did I cover it up with the wrong drill? Maybe. These drills fit tight together. I like that. I like it when round drills fit tight together. I am trying to become one with the gapping. Gapping is going to happen. Here's why gapping is going to happen. Because you're going to have special drills. And special drills take up ever so slightly more space than a regular drill. Because they have a coating on them. Like an AB coating or a glitter coating or whatever else. They take up more space. Fairy dust. That I knew it would come to me. The fairy dust drills were the ones I liked. And the orange and the green fairy dust and Trick or Treat with Cat. Fairy dust. But like, the fairy dust coating is still a coating, so you have to have enough space for you to place the fairy dust next to each other, which we're talking millimeters. We're talking millimeters here. And you have to have enough space for that, so that when you place together regular drills, they're gonna have a little bit of a millimeter gap, and if you get 2 of them too close together, you're gonna have a 2 millimeter gap on one side, and it compounds with multi-placing. And I have no desire to single place, so I'm gonna have gapping sometimes, and that's just part of diamond painting. Most gapping doesn't show up on camera. Some does. And there's like a technique where you can like mica powder the in between the canvas, the drills. You can kind of get a toothbrush and put mica powder in between them, and that'll help disguise the gapping. But, you know, it's just how it goes. My Trick or Treat with Cat didn't have a lot of gapping, but there's still some gapping in the orange regular drills on the jack-o'-lantern. I can see it. The Batty Party is a lot of color blocking in light colors, and I can see gapping. But when you place the ABs all together and you color block those, they fit real tight together. But when you do the yellow, pale yellow ones together that don't have a coating on them, there's gaps because maybe I use a 10 placer, maybe 10 of them are sitting real close together. Well, that makes a bigger gap at the end. That makes like, if those fractions, even if it's fractions of a millimeter, those fractions of a millimeter add up and you get a gap. So, gapping's going to happen. I think you just have to decide that you're okay with it. Because really and truly, like, I'm not storing finished, I'm not framing finished diamond paintings yet, or any of them that there's not been one, there's one that I finished that I've considered framing. And for most part, from a viewing distance, if it was on your wall, you're not going to see the gapping. Gapping is something you see when you're working on it and you're close to it. It's not at a viewing distance. And I don't know. I just don't think gapping is something to worry about. My schoolwork and friends gaps a ton. I think it was I don't know why, but I think that's just a looser, loose the right word? I don't know. It's just you got looser drill field, and there's some big gaps. Or I just popped a drill here. Popped a round drill too, which is but yeah, so gapping, I'm becoming one with the gapping. I'm understanding the gapping, and I'm learning to like the gapping. Not like it, but like understand it and appreciate it for what it is, because I want to multi-place, and so I'm going to get gapping of, especially when I'm doing regular drills, multi-placing. But I am glad to see that the drill fields seem to be tightening up. Either the drill fields are tightening up or the drills are getting a different size, but I think the drill fields are tightening up on these newer kits. If you hear something in the background, it's the automatic cat box. It kind of makes a whir noise. It's set on a timer, so I don't turn it off during certain times. I just let it go when it's so many minutes after they go in it. Gives it time to clump. So it makes kind of a whir. Not nearly as loud as some of the other automatic cat boxes I've had in time. Had some loud ones, but so far the automatic cat box is working well. I'm glad it hasn't like had any issues. Sometimes it says the infrared sensor is blocked. I have to kind of take it apart and clean it a little bit, and that fixes it. So I finished The Mask Falling. This was the book that had devastated, the ending had devastated me previously when I read it on my Kindle whenever it came out a year or two ago. So I listened to it on Audible this time, and it wasn't as devastating. A, I knew what was going to happen. B, I had never really bothered. Like, I must have been so distraught, because I know I was so distraught by what had happened, that I never paid attention to what happened in the chapters after that event, because I was listening to those going, I don't remember any of this. So I finished it, and I'm glad I finished it, and I'm in the next book called The Dark Mirror, and I'm not nearly as distraught or devastated. I do think things are going to resolve in some way or in shape or form. I don't know when, but things are going to resolve. There was just a cliffhanger and a and the devastating event and stuff like that, and that was a lot. But now there were some other revelations that happened after that, and now I know those. And we're in the 5th book, which I'm reading on a Kindle. I'm trying to decide if I want to get it on Audible, if I want to listen to it or not. It's hard, because it's nice to listen to it while I diamond paint. Or when I walk. So it's hard to know if I want to, what I want to do with it. And you can go back and forth, but that hurts my brain a little bit to go back and forth between Audible and Kindle. Because I like the reading. like on a Kindle, but I don't have as much time to do that. So, especially if I'm diamond painting a lot. But I listened to Taylor Swift's new album today because it came out today. I'm not really a Swiftie. I appreciate her music. But I don't consider myself a Swiftie. I was just kind of curious because I heard a lot of people talking about it. So I got it on Amazon Music and listened to it twice while I was working. So I was like just half listening probably. Sounded like a Taylor Swift album to me. I don't think she's the best, like, and hopefully nobody comes after me for this. I don't think she's the best singer in the world. I do, however, think she is incredibly talented and puts on a great show and is a great business person. And, you know, I get why people love her. So I don't have any bad things to say about the album. But I also don't think I have the expertise to comment on it. But yeah, because I guess you get Amazon Music if you're an Amazon Prime member. Like, I don't know, all these music apps, like, I'm not real sure which one I want to use. My car uses TuneIn and Live One. But you can use Spotify on my car, I think, but I don't want to pay for the Spotify, like, account. But I do pay for the TuneIn account on my car. So it's kind of one of those things, which one am I paying more for? I'm not real sure. But I've enjoyed the TuneIn Live One on my car. And then, which is when I listen to music, a lot of times it's tootling around town, going to work and stuff. And I'm just a pop music person, you know. I just listen to pop. I like 80s. I like any of those stations that are like 80s, 90s, 2000s, and today, or 80s, 90s, 2010s, and today, you know. Like, I don't care for some of today's stuff, but I like some of today's stuff, but I definitely like 80s and 90s stuff because that's when I grew up. So I've been watching YouTube, same old YouTube all the time. I like the diamond painting content. I have a few creators I follow that I really like on diamond painting content. And then, you know, drills and chills content. And end of the month in review. I like watching what people do. Give me ideas for my own channel. But, and I'm trying to build up a backlog of videos so that videos still show on my Wednesday, Saturday when I'm, if I don't feel like filming after my surgery. So I'm trying to come up with a few extra videos because I have them planned out through most of October. So I'm trying to kind of keep planning. Like, what you'll see Wednesday is an Oraloa unboxing. And Saturdays are always going to be WIP and chats, but they may be filmed further ahead. Or they may be like a tag questions or something like that. They may be shorter. In November. They may not be the hour-long WIP and chat where I'm just sitting here talking in front of the camera for you know, an hour. I will maybe... But things I'm watching besides YouTube is Dancing with the Stars. I like Dancing with the Stars. I'm finish this little baby section. It's kind of a half section. So let's open up a new section. Oh no, it tore. Sorry, this was harder than I thought it would be. Nope, that's still not right. Where's the section? There it is. There it is. Where's the... Sorry that took more effort than I thought it would. I think there's some... Let me see here. Trying to see... Trying to see if there's like little bumps in the plastic, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Hopefully I'm still in frame for these last few minutes. Yeah, I think so. What was I talking about? Oh, I like Dancing with the Stars. I'm not real sure who I want to win. I think maybe, I don't know who I want to win. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. And then I'm watching on Netflix, I'm watching this show called Doc. I don't know where it aired originally, but it was previously on network TV. Oh, you know what? I didn't do this, the heart over here. You're probably looking at that going, there's no drills on that. That's what I get for talking and trying to diamond paint, of course. So yeah, what was I talking? Oh, I'm watching this show called Doc, and the premise, and I don't know where it aired originally. The premise is that this doctor, she's like a chief resident internal medicine, I think, at a hospital, and she has like a brain injury, and she can't remember the last 8 years, but she kind of remembers, but she remembers everything before that. So I'm only like an episode or 2 in, but I like medical dramas, and this one has like a kind of a different premise, and so we will see if that's any good. Now I want to finish this section because I thought I was finished with this section and I didn't do the heart. I just ignored it altogether. This is a red AB. Do you use, I have a question. Do you coordinate your accessories with your kits? Which I do a little bit. So if you have separate WIPs, do you, have separate pins and trays and accessories for them? Or do you use the same pin and same tray no matter what WIP you are working on? I have different sets for each kit so that I can take a kit. And some of that is because I do travel. I can take a kit and, you know, have everything I need to work on it. I don't have to like go find my pen or go find the tray or anything like that. Like it's a full working set for when I do travel with kits. But that means, and I have plenty of pens and trays to do it. I don't have as many tips, Diamond Art Club tips, as I would like. Because they're my favorite tips, is the Diamond Art Club tips. These. They're my favorite ones. So, I don't have enough of those as I have WIPs. And then I definitely have enough storage to have enough WIPs, because you have to have it kitted up to have a WIP, obviously. And sometimes I wonder, should I kit up as much storage as I have? But that seems excessive, because I do have a lot of storage. So that seems a little excessive to keep. And I think I would get overwhelmed if I had more WIPs than I have. But I do like having the variety of having the WIPs. It makes me, you know, if you get kind of bored with one, you can finish, you know, you can work on another one for a section, spin the wheel, work on another one for a section. So I do like that. I like the variety. I like the getting some done on multiple kits. That's fun. But yeah, I'm always curious what people's setups are and how they do it, because everybody does it a little bit differently. Like a lot of people I like pink wax. I just like pink wax. I've tried so many putties and just, they're sticky. They stick to the drills real bad, or they, you know, they're sticky, they stick to the drills real bad, or they're stringy, or they smell too much. I've tried putties, and I actually just sent off my remaining putties to somebody who would enjoy them more than me. Because, and a lot of people are like, well, try this brand, try Randa's, what is it, Randa's Crafty Corner, and try, because it's drier, and because I live in a humid climate, and sometimes that affects the putties. And then, so, but I just like the wax. It behaves. Red wax behaves. It can last for multiple sittings of painting. It can, you know, it's easy to change out. There's plenty of red wax because it comes with every kit. Just about comes with red wax, red heart wax. So now we have that section done. I'm so sorry. And sorry I dragged this on maybe a little bit to get that section done, but I wanted to be able to finish a section on, and I know you're probably screaming at the page going, you didn't do the heart. So yeah, I like red wax. I like red heart wax. That's just it works for me. That is what I'm going to use. And different people have different tools that work for them. So, I'm going to wrap this up. I think I talked about everything I could think to talk about anyway. So, if you've made it this far in the video, leave me a cat emoji in honor of cat hugs. And my cat's hanging out with us while we did this. I know you didn't see them on screen, but they were hanging out with us. And nobody has done that. Nobody's taken me up on the leave an emoji if you've gotten to the end of the video. But I like that, and I'm going to start doing it on other people's videos. I'm going to leave them emojis because they asked for it. So if you can leave it on mine, that would be good. Be sure to like and comment. Let me know how you're doing, what's your plans for the weekend, and subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much. Bye.